Hey coin collectors, it's DC on the Big D Coin Channel with the 1963 Franklin Delano Roosevelt dime, and that's it right there in front of us. You can see right here it says Liberty in front of Roosevelt. In God We Trust down here. There's a little J and an S down there, and then there is the 1963. And so if we look way down where the J and the S are, we see that's not where a mint mark would be on a 1963 10-cent coin. That is actually the engraver's initials, and it's John Sinek. Now, some people who collect coins have seen his initials in a different way, and I'll show you that. And that's on the, well, let me show you the, I'll show you the JRS there. So that there's a JRS on this one, and it's the same guy. John R. Sinek did the Franklin half dollars, and so that's where the JRS is. But when he did the dimes, the Franklin half dollars he did in 1948, they first came out. When he did the dimes, he did those actually in 1946, they first came out. And he just put the J and the S on, and then on the Franklins he put the JRS. Same guy though, John Sinek, Sinnock. And so this, no mint mark on the front of these, and you won't ever find a mint mark on the front of the 1963. So what do? We look up on the side and we see that it's all silver here. This is a 90% silver dime coin. And the US dime, of course, is worth 10 cents. We go over here and we see it says United States of America. Down at the bottom says 1 dime. No place on this coin anywhere does it say 10 cents or 1/10 of a dollar. So you just have to know what a dime means if you're in the United States. And they don't have dimes in a lot of other countries, so you kind of have to figure it out. And of course, Canada has dimes also. E pluribus unum, it says across here. It's all split up, and there's a dot between the E and the pluribus, and a dot between the pluribus and the unum, but this is just broken up by branches. And this branch over here is a olive branch. You see the 2 olives on it. This branch over here is an acorn or an oak tree branch, and you can see an acorn up there and an acorn down there. Oak for the strength and power, olive for peace. So strength, power, might, I guess you could call it, and peace. And then in the middle there is a torch, and the torch has bands on it, and that's how you can tell if you have an expensive one. But as we go down the torch, right there next to the left side of the torch is where you're going to find the mint mark on these. And you see this one has a mint mark of a D. That's for the Denver Mint. In Denver in 1963, they made $421.5 million. These coins are worth about $3 or so each. They have almost $2 worth of silver in them. And you can usually get $2.50 to $3 for them, maybe a little less. Sometimes if you take a bunch of them to a coin dealer, you're only going to get whatever the silver value is on them. So my view would be just keep them because silver does pretty well and it's a good investment. But you know, however you want to do it. It doesn't get to be really expensive until after MS65. So a Mint State 65 on these is only worth about $7 to $8. If you can get a really good one and get up into the 67 pluses with the full bands, you might be talking $5,000 to $6,000. PCGS has actually graded one at a Mint State 67 plus, and it sold in 2014 for $5,500. Now this one looks totally different, doesn't it? What's going on here? Well, here's the one we showed you. This is, of course, a circulating one. Here's this one here. And this one is not going to get graded in the same way that this circulating one got graded because this is not a circulating coin. This, I mean, it kind of is and it isn't. This came from a set. And it either came from a proof set or it came from an uncirculated mint set. In 1963, they made 3 million proof sets. And the proof coin is worth maybe about $10. And the uncirculated mint set coins are worth in the 750 plus range. But you notice that it's a different shine, and it's clearly not one that's been in circulation. Down here, of course, we see the In God We Trust in 1963. Look at how shiny that edge is. And now let's look on the back, and we can see what the full bands are. So there's 2 full bands that go across on the top, 2 full bands that go across on the bottom. Down here, this is in a really good version. You see it actually cups up towards the edge a little bit, the little stub down below the torch. And we also see that we can really see the acorns and the olives in this one. And this one actually has some color too. How much is it worth? Probably 10 or 10 plus dollars, but this is going to be graded as a proof coin. And so it's a proof 65. And unless you get up over 65 with the full bands, you're not going to get much over $10. So there's that one. Now, a lot of people know 63 was one of the years where a change was coming. Well, in 1964, of course, 1963, John F. Kennedy died. And so in 1964, they came out with the Kennedy half. And so no more Franklin half after 1963. And then in 1965, they changed the dimes and made them a copper nickel clad copper. So 63 was the next to the last year of the U.S. silver circulating dimes. All right, that's all we have today on the Big D Coin Channel. This is DC saying, it'd be great if you subscribe to the channel and left any comments you had in the comments section.